this is 675 Flying Moose, and I'm here to give you a few of my thoughts on Pirelli's Angel GT tyres on my 2013 Triumph Street Triple. So I've had these on for about 1,500 miles of wet, wintry use and about 500 miles now of spring use, so they still look pretty new. They do have an awful lot of tread on them, so their longevity, I'd expect these, well, certainly a rear, to last somewhere in the region of about 7,000 to 8,000 miles, and that's punishing them, really. So in terms of longevity, they're fantastic. I don't know if you can see, but the tyres are almost speckled with these tiny little kind of tears in them. They tend to pick up road debris really easily. Going to the front, you can possibly see that the profile on these tyres is a little bit unusual. If I come down here, it's as if Pirelli have already made them square for you, which gives you a very unusual feeling when you're tipping into corners. Pirelli called this extended mileage sport tyres. I would say that you definitely don't have a sport profile on these, and I've been messing around with tyre pressures pretty much all year, and I can't say that at any point I've ever described these tyres as sporty. They are definitely sports touring. They do feel softer and more compliant than a lot, and if you're looking at stuff like BT OT3s by Bridgestone or Michelin PR3s or PR4s, then these are definitely a great option to consider. I personally rate these a lot higher than the Michelin PR3s. I haven't used the 4s. Because they grip amazingly in the wet, the longevity is fantastic, and they don't look ridiculous with sipes all over them, so they kind of fit the sport market a little bit better. Positive points: happy with the mileage, phenomenal levels of grip in corners, certainly enough for a 100 brake horsepower bike. I've heard great reviews from people that have used them on stuff like R1s and Fireblades, and again, they typically tend to mention that the profile feels a lot flatter than stuff like the BT OT3, so you do have this feeling of almost starting to tumble into the corners once you start pushing on the pushing the lean angles a bit. Would I recommend them? Yes, to anyone that is looking for sports touring tyres, especially as I think Pirelli's got an offer on now where you get a free Denisi back protector when you buy a pair, so that's definitely worth looking at. But personally, I don't think that they complement the Street Triple very well at all. If I show you where the chicken strips are, they're kind of on the A of the Angel, just underneath the A. That's scraping pegs. So as you can see, there's a really peculiar profile on here. So if you're really into pushing your bike in the dry, then I think these tyres will disappoint you. I'm certainly going to consider moving back to a more sport orientated tyre in the future, and having to take it a lot easier in the wet. But I mean, they've never let me down. They do, like I say, attract punctures. They do behave really badly on stuff like loose gravel. They tend to slip and slide even if there's just a bit of dirt on the road when you get on the power. But they're good. I think the mileage is fantastic again. Certainly anything up to 9k would seem plausible. But yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts. So great for maybe something like a CBR 600S, something that doesn't want such pin sharp handling as the Street Triple R. Would I buy them again? Like I say, no. I would definitely go with a more sport orientated tyre. I would lose the mileage quite happily to have a better profile. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. If you've got any questions, please feel free to leave them at the bottom.